It's an issue that affects almost everybody, but there are 7 justices who will decide whether tolls will come to Hampton Roads.
And ultimately, whether you will have to pay up. They heard the case in the state Supreme Court yesterday, and after some checking, we discovered one of them may have a conflict of interest.
In this 10 on Your Side investigation, Andy Fox explains what it could mean for the outcome. Andy?
Tom, a lot of people are worried about this potential conflict. Local attorney and former Portsmouth City Councilman Steve Heretic was in court. He is not connected in any way to this case. From his point of view and in his opinion, Justice William Mims, in his line of questioning, tried to influence other justices with respect to his point of view about the constitutionality of putting tolls on the tunnels.
It's a troubling issue.
Troubling, says attorney Steve Heretic, who has argued before the state Supreme Court 6 to 8 times. He's troubled why Justice William Mims is even hearing the tunnel tolls case.
I think in that particular case, this isn't a close call. I think
he should recuse himself.
Well, if I were in Justice Mims' shoes, I hope that I would have, the wherewithal, the judgment to have done that.
Recuse himself because in 1995, as a member of the House of Delegates, Mims voted for the Public-Private Transportation Act, now in question.
He's being called as a justice to pass on a bill that he voted for some years ago as a member of the legislature.
Justice Mims asked Patrick McSweeney, who is representing the anti-toll group, to win this case. Do you not have to also challenge the constitutionality of the 1995 Act? We asked McSweeney whether he thought Justice Mims should recuse himself.
Can I ask you again? Do you think that he's the best one to be hearing this case?
No, I'm not going to respond to that one. If he's hostile, of course not, but I'm not going to comment further.
McSweeney won't comment, but Heretic will. How VDOT's private partner, Elizabeth River Crossings lead attorney, is Stuart Raphael. He is connected to Justice Mims. They both worked at the same law firm. Partners.
We have Stuart Raphael from Hunton and Williams, who is Justice Mims' former law partner.
In 2002, Mims, as a state senator, sponsored a resolution for VDOT to oversee public-private partnerships. Heretic refers to the Virginia canon of judicial ethics. A judge shall act at all times in a manner that promotes public confidence in the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary.
We have any one of 3 independent bases for the justice to have recused himself, and yet he didn't. Knowing what his background is, I think that every time any person in Hampton Roads goes through and pays that toll, that person will be wondering if they were treated fairly by the Virginia Supreme Court in this decision.
Very interesting development in this case. It should be noted 2 justices already recused themselves because they had family members who had connections to the project or to a law firm. Justice Bernard Goodwin refused to hear the case because his wife is an attorney with Hunton and Williams. Justice Mims is hearing the case, and he's a former partner with the firm. We reached out to Justice Mims through the court clerk's office. Our calls were not returned. We're on this story, and we'll keep you updated. In the newsroom, Andy Fox, 10 on Your Side.